So I'm here in Harlem, and a lot of times people are talking about reality shows are horrible, and the women are not actually categorized as great. Some of them have been labeled as being hoochies or video vixens, and so we want to change the direction of where TV is going, and so that's why the Real Ladies of Harlem was actually created, just to highlight some of the real women that actually exist. And what a better place to start but in Harlem, where a lot of these reality stars actually came from. So today we're going to spend a few hours just talking, and you're going to follow me so that you can see exactly what is going on in Harlem, and with the new buildings that came up, new restaurants, new people, and basically we're going to show you a different side of Harlem. You're going to meet some fantastic ladies, real ladies of Harlem. Hi, I'm Darlene Lewis, and I'm here with Miss Bernice Wynn of Wynn Optics. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, we're here in Harlem at Wynn Optics, and we found our way, some kind of way, in this lovely woman's presence. And so we'd like to find out a little bit about your background, and let the viewing audience know a little bit about your background.
Sure. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in the Bronx. My husband was born and raised in Harlem. And we had both been working for someone well over 10 years. And we decided to go for it and open up our own business. We have been in the field combined for at least over 20 years.
Optics?
In optics.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
So, what better way to move forward in a business that we know best? And he basically dreamed of opening up some sort of business in his hometown.
Okay.
So we came to Harlem, and we opened November 2006, and we're still here, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful ride so far.
And the community accepted you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What's the importance of optics in this part of Harlem?
Not so much the types of frames you carry. It's important because people want to be fashionable. Some people care more about the technology in the lenses. Some people just purely care about the fashion. But I think the most important part of optics is getting your eyes examined. We have a saying that the eye doctors can see things you can't. The eye doctor can see things you can't see, you can't feel, even down to a brain tumor. We've had 2 patients that had to leave this doctor's office and go to the ER immediately and have life-saving surgery.
Really?
Yes. One of them was an employee of ours. Her mother came in complaining about headaches, and her doctor said, "You should thank your eye doctor." One more day and it would have been another story.
Unbelievable.
So one of the things that we're finding here is that people don't think about having eye exams. And not only in Harlem, but period. You only go to the doctor when something hurts most of the time, or if you think there's something wrong. So unfortunately, in this area, there is a trend of particular eye diagnosis that I've noticed working here. And I've worked at other places, and I've seen these types of vision disorders, but really a lot here. Very, very nearsighted people.
Like me.
Yes. But starting very young in children. Children go to the doctor. They have that visual acuity, which is not that great, because if you have a technician that's not really paying attention or in tune with the child's needs, because most of the time it's at the pediatrician who's doing that. It's a technician. And it goes overlooked, and children accommodate very well. So if they're looking at a tree and all they see is a green blur, they think they're supposed to see that way, and they're not.
That's funny that you said that, because when I was 8 years old, I used to sit in the front of the class, and the teachers would think that I wanted to sit in front of the class because I was very smart and that I wanted to learn, but it was because I couldn't see.
Right.
And then I noticed that my younger brother, Gerald, he had glasses and he had so much attention. So I said, well, you know what? Maybe I'll just say that I can't see. Maybe I'll get some glasses, not knowing. And my mother didn't know how bad my vision was. And it wasn't like it is now where kids go to have their eyes checked. Unless, with something fantastic, people really didn't go and take their kids to the eye doctor.
Right. Even now, and it should be routine. It should be routine. And we're finding that children have certain eye disorders that if you don't correct them with glasses very young, they will never be able to be corrected to 20/20 in their adult years. So you're talking about something as minor as an eye examination that could prevent your child from joining the military, the police academy, or anything that needs a 20/20 vision.
Fire department.
Exactly.
Right, because that was one of, I'm a ranger, but I was one of the lucky ones, but that's because I got corrective lenses, and I wore contact lenses on my interview.
But not only that, but you're correctable with glasses, so either 20/20 or close to it. Now you have a child who needed vision therapy or patching. Mom or dad did not take our advice, take the referrals to the specialist. So now you have a child who's an adult, a young adult, and they want to do things, and there's no vision. I mean, it's just complete vision loss on one side, whether it's the right or left, that cannot be corrected, and it's unfair. So, we call, and we follow up, and sometimes we could be quote unquote annoying, but I would rather be that than really not follow up. So I think that's the difference between us and other opticals, is that our doctors and our staff, we genuinely care about our clients. It matters to me if you can see, not how much money you can spend on glasses. It doesn't matter what your insurance is. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you don't have. The staff is expected to care for everyone in the same manner. And it's different when you enjoy what you do. So, and trust me, I'm not knocking any chains or any other businesses, but I think that's the difference when you come to an independent practice and the owner actually works there, that you can communicate with me. I can guarantee that when you come here, you'll be serviced correctly. And if you feel that you haven't been, I can always fix it.
Exactly. And customer service is great here.
Thank you.
The customer service is great. I got my glasses, and I'm very pleased. Even though I messed up and scratched the lens, but I'll just have to get them fixed.
Okay.
But
We'll work on that.
What are some of the concerns of women entrepreneurs?
Not being able to succeed, or even being afraid to take that step and leaving your comfort zone job to put your all into your own business. And depending on what your business is, because sometimes you can handle both. Sometimes you can hold on a full-time job and have your own business. But a business like this, I wouldn't be able to.
Right, because you're hands-on.
Right.
You can be hands-on.
And I think they can do it. I think it's just taking that first step. And sometimes you think, oh, I don't have enough money, or I don't have the resources or the education.
Well, you just segued into my next question. Like funding for a business like this, does it come easy? Is it hard? Do you have to use the place as collateral?
Nothing financial for minority in New York City is easy.
Wow.
I don't own a home, so I have no equity. All I have is my name and my promise on paper to pay you back.
Yeah, exactly.
When we opened in the heart of the recession, no money. Although big bankers, big banks were like, oh, come apply for a business loan, we fund startups, it just didn't work. So we went through a microloaner, which in my opinion is better for any small business. They take a lot of things into consideration, and the credit was not an issue for us for the bigger banks. It's just they work more on collateral and the type of business. I wasn't opening up a CVS or a Dwayne Reed, and everyone thought we were crazy and said, you know, you may not be able to pay us back. So now the same companies 8 years later are like, oh, come through a loan with us, and we're happy with their micro loaners. They work closely with us. They're in the small neighborhoods, and it's difficult, but
Is the interest rates higher?
no, the interest rates are more, sometimes it could be, but you may fall into a program because you're on a certain street, and we are on the empowerment zone, which is better for interest. And these are zones that they want small businesses to come and open up and service the neighborhood.
Now you know there's they have the city of New York. They have this women, the minority business loans for women.
Yes.
Do you benefit from that at all? Do you recommend women getting involved?
Absolutely. I have not taken advantage of a minority business loan. My partner is my husband.
Right.
We're both minorities, but we're almost done with the minority. Oh goodness. We're registering with the city as a minority-owned business so that we could bid for contracts.
Yes, that was my next question.
That's a process,
Yeah.
but the city has there's so many resources that you just don't know about. You have the Women's Chamber of Commerce, you have Seco Financial, the small business, they were Seco, I'm sorry, they're True Fund now, and there's also Small Business Solutions right here in Harlem,
And you have the Uptown Chamber of Commerce.
right, and these services are free, and they're very informative. I mean, when we were looking to open up our own business, we went to every meeting we could think of. Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, Harlem, everywhere they had an informative session, we were there.
So why Harlem? Besides the fact that Harlem is where your husband, but you could have went to a less expensive location. Was it the history of Harlem, the landmarks, or it had to be more than just the fact that he grew up in Harlem?
Landmark is important, and opening up a small business, 3 important things: location, location, location. So it's not like we could open up in a industrial park area. This is zoning comes into effect. And I'm from Brooklyn, but I think Harlem is beautiful. And we were here before a lot of these changes took place. So when we opened, the streets didn't look like this.
Okay.
There was still a lot of major construction going on, and it was different. But it's not the cosmetics; it's just where you feel comfortable. And we were driving to see a family member, and we were at the light on 118th Street in Lenox. Oh, I'm sorry, 119th Street in Lenox, and this just grabbed us, and we said, "That's it."
Wow.
We pulled up, asked for availability, and 8 years later. So you just know. Sometimes you look at a spot and you just know. Like buying a house. You can see a ton of homes, but you know which one is yours.
Do you ever envision a chain of Wynn optics?
Working on number 2
Oh, okay.
in Harlem.
Okay.
I'm estimating March 2014 we're open.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been in the works for some time. I don't think that will be. Well, I guess you can call it a chain. It's not franchise, but a chain of Wynn Optics in Harlem. Maybe Brooklyn. That's home is where the heart is.
That's what I was gonna say. You want one in Brooklyn?
Yes, but I
let alone having way more.
I hope maybe 5 stores. I don't, because I want to have a personal interest in them. I want to be there. I don't
I had to read that over.
want to rely just, I mean, I have to have staff. I have a great staff here, but I want hands-on. I want always to personalize it. And
But there's going to be a time when you're going to just have to delegate and say, you know, they got this. Let me just relax.
that's difficult.
You have children?
I do. When we opened the store, I was pregnant.
Wow.
Had the baby.
So you have small kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
My youngest is 1. Yeah. 2006, we opened. 2007, March, I had a baby boy. 3 days later, me and the baby, my husband were here. We had no staff. So we were all working here. And I just had a baby, Olivia. So yeah. So it's
You got your boy and your girl, so that's it.
yeah. I have one thing about owning your own business is that I have great flexibility. You know, I have a staff here, so if I need to step out and go check on one of the kids, I can do that. But I do like working. I can't see myself staying home for most of the day. I enjoy what I do.
Well, when you get on that 5th store, you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be.
I know.
Well, listen, I want to thank you, and I love the fact that you are high-spirited and you hands-on, because like you said, most owners are not hands-on.
Right.
And do you have a website at all?
Yes.
Is there a web presence?
It's www.wynnoptics.net. It's still a work in progress because it's not where I want it to be, but it's a start.
It's okay. And we'll be right back with other important people in Harlem. Thank you. So I'm still in Harlem, networking. Just met up with Christina Ping from Mizell Cinema. Just discussed some screening opportunities for the Moments in Hip Hop DVD that I created, which features the legends of hip hop and that created hip hop. So hopefully we'll be screening my video here and possibly working here. So wish me luck. So now I'm about to go to Jacobs. You can follow me to Jacobs, and I'm gonna have a meeting with one of the Zulu Kings, Kenny Yoda, and he's also a member of the Crash Crew, legendary Crash Crew. And we're going to discuss the Hip Hop Hall of Fame Museum. So today's been a networking day.